Okay, welcome back. This is what to buy and what to avoid 2026 electric guitars. Here we go. Okay, number one is going to be cheap but good. Now there's a lot of cheap but good out there, okay? Here's one. And I linked it below. There's some titans in this game, like Harley Benton comes to mind. Then you also have like the lower end LTDs. You have the Jackson X series. So number two is going to be a baritone guitar. Here's one. But a baritone is a good thing to have in the studio while you're tracking, or even, just as another creation tool. The extra tension really helps with the low end, so you're going to get more clarity and note definition. It is going to be a little bit more difficult to play, but definitely a baritone. That's number two. Alright, so number three is going to be the opposite. It's going to be a travel guitar or a headless guitar. So I chose this one right here, and this is the Strandberg Bowden Plini Custom. Comment below. I want to check out some more different, like, smaller guitar brands, and I'm curious what everyone's looking at. Getting back to it, the Strandberg Bowden Plini, that's just a top-notch instrument in every way. It's designed to contour towards your body and to be easy to play, so it doesn't fight you in any way, and over time that's actually going to help prevent injury. While a Strandberg might be a little bit more money up front, you are potentially avoiding lifelong injury later on down the road, so it is money well spent. That's not to say that there aren't tons of other awesome headless guitars. Let me know what your favorite headless guitar is, because that's a whole other segment that I'd like to dive into. Next up, we have used guitars. There are tons of used guitars out there, and if you're patient and you're looking for the certain guitar, you will find it. Alright, just gotta be patient. You just gotta put that money aside and you just gotta wait it out. Alright, but here's one right here. Now, if you don't want to be patient, this one's online right now. By the time this video, it might have been sold, who knows, but it's $580 on Guitar Center. And these Jackson SL3 X Series guitars, this is another thing I mentioned earlier, the cheap but good. The X Series guitars, they're great. So with this guitar, you have a neck-through construction. You have the same exact body shape as the more expensive Jackson Soloist guitars. The downside of having like the special, the Floyd Rose Special with the softer metals on there. So a Godot upgrade is something you could do for like $100. Now the Jackson pickups, I found them to be low output, but I actually really enjoyed them because I pick really heavy. So I personally like them. You might want something with a little bit more output. Now, the final guitar for what to buy in 2026 is your dream guitar, okay? Here's one. Now, see this thing? This thing is sick, all right? When I look and I think about like what a dream guitar is something that inspires you, Like, this is a perfect example. Dimebag Darrell, he won the initial Dean from Hell guitar, and he had it painted and he customized it into his dream guitar. And what happens is not only do you you put your own like character and your own personality into it, but you also it develops with you. You kind of grow and you learn about the guitar, and it inspires you to want to play it all the time and write new music. It's kind of snowballs into more things, right? And it's all good stuff. So yes, your dream guitar might be expensive and it might not be the smartest financial decision right away. You might want to wait until you can afford your dream guitar. Maybe don't just buy it on a credit card. I support you in buying your dream guitar. So, you might need to wait it out a little bit, save up, but you should do it. All right, so that is 1 through 5 on what to buy. Now here's what to avoid in 2026. And this is a bit of a rant, but I got a real issue here, and that's a standard neck plate on any bolt-on guitar. This is 2026. I want an offset or a recessed neck plate, or not even one at all, okay? I love a bolt-on guitar, don't get me wrong. I like the snappiness that you get from bolt-on versus the sustain you'll get on a neck through. So I have plenty of LTD like Mirage guitars that are bolt-ons, right? But they have a recessed heel in there. And that's where I'm saying if you're gonna go that route, you're gonna wanna try a recessed heel. We're not riding horses anymore, so we also don't need standard neck plates. Okay, number 2 for what to avoid is any guitar without locking tuners, all right? And I think anyone, pretty much most people agree here. It doesn't need to be like a deal breaker, right? You can get an upgrade, and one being right here, and I'm gonna link this below. Here's a set of Hipshots, right? These are like 70 bucks. They're super easy to install. And then, on a guitar you don't have locking tuners, there you go, locking tuners. Anyone can do that. Now, that being said, your guitar needs locking tuners, okay? There's multiple reasons why. It definitely helps with tuning stability, but also the time saved in string changes, and you should be changing your strings, so make sure you're doing that too, but the time saved, that is your time. Number 3, okay, and that is anything too complicated, okay? Unless you like that sort of thing, I kind of do. Like, I like Floyd Rose guitars, and like, I was just talking about saving time. Trust me, okay? I work on Floyd Rose guitars. You want to save your time. I'm trying to think about how much time I've spent just making a Floyd Rose guitar stay in tune. And it's like, anytime, it's like at least an hour. All right. So there are steps to shorten that time, but it is going to be a process most of the time. Like, I would set out thinking it's going to be a process and then be pleasantly surprised when it's not, because, you did certain things, whether it's like the string gauge, you kept it the same, it's the same tuning, so the tension doesn't change, and then you block it off so it doesn't move. Okay, so that's Floyd Rose guitars. Here's what I'm getting at. All right, same with like an Evertune, okay? An Evertune is not a fixed bridge guitar. So there is some different things you need to know when you're using it. A fixed bridge guitar, definitely the easiest thing here. If you go back to number 1 on what to buy in my list, I have that, here it is right here. I have that EC201, the LTD. That's one pickup. That's string through construction. Super easy. I can't remember if it had locking tuners or not, but if not, that's a super easy mod to do. Anyway, anything too complicated, you just don't need. Unless like you want to spend the time like looking at the tutorials and like, or it's like your dream guitar and that's what it requires. You don't need all that in your life, okay? That's why I love the Jackson Monarch in particular. It's a super thin guitar. It's actually thinner than the Soloist. And it's it's a fast guitar, right? It's very comfortable. It's kind of light. And if I'm standing up and playing for a long time, that's good. I'm cool with that. So, I would try out different guitars. Guitar Center, their used section, they have that 45-day full money back guarantee. Again, not sponsored by any brands, but I utilize that as a way to try out a guitar. If I don't like it, I can just take it back to the store. But you're definitely going to want to play a guitar, I would say, or have the ability to play it. So yeah, that is what to buy and what to avoid 2026. Thank you so much. Good night.